Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. Yesterday, a new beta version of Sim Update number 10 was released. The update itself was, or is delayed for a few weeks, right? At least 2 weeks, that's what we know. But now there's a new beta version, so if you're participating in the beta version or in the beta testing, then for all platforms, so both the PC, the stream version, but also the Xbox Series X and S, there's new stuff available. The most important things are, of course, in the general section, because there were still people who reported several crashes, and also the memory, I would say, usage was extremely high in some cases. So those two things have now been, I would say, optimized. So I'm not sure how it works because I didn't test it yet, but let's see. Then there are specific fixes for virtual reality, right? That's where VR stands for. There's the default opening position in VR was fixed, as well as the flight panel window positions are now saved after closing and reopening from the toolbar in VR. Well, that's also useful, right? Does make sense if you move the windows. You normally do that for, I would say, a reason, but they will revert back to their, I would say, default position. In addition to that, they fixed the toolbar panels opened in VR are still opened when switching to normal mode. So it looks like there is a difference between the VR mode and the normal mode, also from a panel perspective. That's now being fixed. And they fixed the raycast not being aligned with the arrow and the white dot when moving the motion controls in VR. So that's specifically for VR. Then for Sim Connect, there are also two updates, right? Sim Connect is, I would say, to connect to the simulator by using the APIs. One of them is the nav data API, as mentioned here. It's now possible to request a final approach lag, missed approach lag, and multiple indicator while requesting approach type using the nav data API. So that's if you're using software which is using it, that's good. There is also something, I would say, I'm not sure if it's concerning, but they also say they changed some keys are used by nav data API have been rewritten. So I'm not sure what the impact will be for, let's say, third-party software. So that's good to know. Now, how do you get it? Well, the first thing you need to do in case of a PC is you need to get the update via the Microsoft Store. If you're, I would say, using a machine which is continuously connected to the internet, could already be that has installed it. As you can see, it's over here. In my case, it has been updated a few moments ago. So that's good, right? So we can directly hit play either from here, or we can search for the start menu. What will happen then? We'll launch the game, but of course we'll still need to download some additional stuff, because in most cases the upload from the store is just a portion. In this case it was roughly 270 megabytes if I'm correctly, and now it will go and launch the game itself, and then we should probably install the remaining data. So let's look how big it is this time. So one ring. What will it be? Will be a few hundred or a few gigabytes, which it needs to be updated. So first you get the normal videos again, right? The Xbox Game Studios, and also the Asobo logo and some other logos. Game Shark, etc. So here's the Asobo one. And then eventually it will check again for updates, or it will crash. Whoa, that's a good start. Not. So let me try again. I would say if this is the case, then I would say it's not too good, to be honest. So let's see what it does. So this is the first time I had a crash with Sim Update number 10. I played it a while, I would say a lot, both on the Xbox and the PC, without having any issues, and now it's crashing. So, second try. Let's keep our fingers crossed to see if it works. So, while waiting, right, if you're playing it on the Xbox, you can simply download the updates there. If you have, I would say, automatically updates installed, the option on, right, which is, I would say, kind of a recommended option, then it probably has already, I would say, download the first part of the update, but didn't do the second part yet. So let's see. On this time it works. Let's keep the fingers crossed. So if you're experiencing issues, it's always recommended to, I would say, kind of backup or empty your community folder to see if it's caused by community edition, right? In this case, it's, hey, do you want to go in normal mode or in safe mode? Well, in this case, I want to go in normal mode because, hey, the crash happened already prior to, let's say, starting the game. So let's see what it will do. So now it will check again for updates, right? The installation manager, which is the second part of the update process. As you saw already in previous videos, they changed the update process a bit, because normally what you needed to do after installing this piece is go to the marketplace and install the remaining updates. That still is applicable. It looks like that they're playing around with the update option, because it will show, I would say, both the standard edition and any, I would say, additional versions which you have installed. Well, in this case, we're lucky. It looks like they only changed the main version, which means that they didn't apply any updates to the scenery. So now it's simply waiting till it loads and then see, I would say, if there are any other updates which we need to install via the marketplace. To be honest, I don't expect it, because based on the update manager, which you will normally get, that's where it starts pulling updates for aircrafts, scenery, etc. It's not shown here, so I don't expect it. Let me pause the video for now, because else you need to wait for it to complete loading. That will take some time. Although I must say, since sim update number 10, even though I have multiple, I'd say, community add-ons installed, it loads faster. So that's, I would say, something good. So let's hope it will still be applicable also in this, I would say, beta version, that it's really fast. Let's see if it loads, and I also will simply pause the recording. Let me pause the recording and then I will come back once it's there. So after waiting a while, it finally started, right? And that's in some cases normal, because it regenerates some of the files. So let's double check if there's anything which we need to update from the marketplace. You can go to the content manager and check that. Well, in this case, there are no updates available. Kind of expected, right? As I've mentioned already, there was no, I'd say, specific content update. There was no scenery update, no aircraft update. So that's good. So here ends this video. Now it's time to try and play Flight Simulator using the latest sim update number 10, the beta version. And keep an eye on my channel, because if there's news about sim update number 10, for example, if there's a new beta or when the final version is being released, you will see a video about that. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.